I want to share something special with you. I'm also Stevan Petrušić, a seasoned brand strategist. And after years of experience in the production field, I've launched Player 2 to help businesses just like yours. If you're a business owner or an entrepreneur looking to take your brand to the next level, we're here to help you. From brand strategy to visual identity to logo designs and more, we offer personalized discoveries to strategize to your goals. And the best part is that we get to collaborate, and I care a lot. Head to player2.1 to learn more, or book a free consult on Instagram at player2.1.
Hey, I thought it was all over.
You wanna have a seat?
That's when I realized that shit don't get me no more.
How you doing today? I'm fantastic. I just finished shooting the event over there, the stage that we're right beside. There was an artist performing there. Her name's Nicole Haber. Rocking the merch. She just finished her set. I thought, I have my podcast set up. I might as well set in the middle of Wellesley and ask people some random questions, and then you showed up.
Oh, thank you.
What's your name?
My name is Jamie.
What brings you to Pride?
My cousin, just being a support, just being an ally to the community today.
How do you identify?
I identify as she, her.
And then what's your sexuality?
My sexuality is straight.
What turns you on? Do you have like any kinks or anything like that? Like I know you're straight, but what guys are you into?
It's not anyone in particular. It's just like, if we have a connection, we have a connection. Everyone is human, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. It's no one in particular. It's just if we click, and that's all that matters.
I love that.
Thank you.
So do you have any kinks?
Yes, I do. Choking for sure.
Choking.
Yes,
That's fun. Anything else?
mainly.
Any weird ones?
Not necessarily.
What's like the weirdest kink that you've learned about?
I don't know. I mean, like, nothing is necessarily weird. It's just whatever you're into, you know?
Okay, but if I was like, I really like it when people put their feet in my ass, wouldn't that make you feel weird?
That wouldn't make me feel weird. I'd be like, you know what? Whatever you're comfortable with, I completely understand that.
I love that. I love your energy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, it wouldn't matter what you're into, you know what I mean? It's like we're all human at the end of the day, and it's like whatever you're into, and that doesn't matter. It doesn't define who you are.
I love that.
Thank you.
Well, so for some people it does, right? Like I find that some people make that their identity.
Absolutely. I'm not saying that, like, if that's solely what you choose to do, that's not anything against you. I'm just saying, like, me personally, there's not one thing that makes you identify a certain way. It's just if that's what you feel comfortable in, then that's what you feel comfortable as.
Are you nervous at all right now?
No.
Oh, okay, cool. Are you used to being interviewed?
Not necessarily. I'm definitely not used to being interviewed, but I enjoy the chance and the availability to talk to someone new and hear a new perspective. That's what I'm all about. It's not necessarily like who's right, who's wrong. It's just a matter of opinion, right? And it's nice to hear other people's opinion and understand other points of views as well. That's just who I am personally.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Do you have any questions for me?
Not necessarily. I appreciate what you do, and I want you to keep doing what you do as well, because I feel like it's very important to make these conversations not anxious. Like, it doesn't have to be an uncomfortable space. If someone thinks it's uncomfortable, then by all means have your personal space. If you're here for it, then by all means. We're all human beings at the end of the day. We all like different things. We all experience the world as a different thing in general. So I think that's the most important part. It's just understand that we all come from different backgrounds. We're all human beings. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you like. We're all the same.
I want to know, where did you get this mentality and mindset from?
I just personally think it's my own mentality and mindset, like just growing up. You never put someone in a box. Like for myself too, it's like I'm so many things, I'm just not one thing. So you can't really say like, you are this because of this, right? And it's like whatever you feel comfortable bringing yourself into this world as, and whatever you feel comfortable talking about, that's what you talk about. And that's the people that you bring around you, and that's all that matters, you know what I mean?
Fuck yeah.
Because everyone is human, and everyone is gonna have their own personalities, everyone's gonna have their own ideas, and that's all that really matters at the end of the day. It's just that you're staying true to yourself, because at the end of the day, all you have is yourself.
Have you ever met somebody who thinks that your worldview is a little too idealistic?
Absolutely. I've had people talk to me and say, like, you're too enthusiastic.
Isn't that a weird thing to say that you're too energetic, you're too nice, you're too optimistic, but why? Fuck you, whoever said that. You can look right in the camera and let them know. They can go fuck themselves.
I definitely feel like that is accurate. I am who I am, and that doesn't matter who you are at the end of the day. As long as you're making yourself happy, that's all that matters. I have definitely had people that say I am too optimistic, I am too idealistic about the world. I just wish people had the best in mind, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to necessarily agree with everyone, but you don't have to hate someone for their point of views, you know what I mean? Like,
I totally agree.
Human. If someone hated me for my point of views, that would make me feel pretty shitty, and it's like, I don't necessarily have to have you agree with me, but I don't have to have you hate me either.
I hate you for your point of view.
Exactly, and it's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna leave because I feel uncomfortable. That's all that matters at the end of the day. It's like, we're all human, and I don't care what you identify as. I don't care who you prefer. I don't care any of those things. I just want us to have that genuine connection and that genuine conversation. To me, personally, that's all that matters at the end of the day, is just how you are able to understand the world around you. It doesn't matter if you have a full 100% comprehension of it. It's just trying your best, you know what I mean? Like,
Give it the old college try every time.
absolutely. It doesn't mean that you have to fully understand everything that's happening around you. No one ever will. It's just
I don't know what the
trying
fuck's
your
going on. Look around us.
best. Neither do I. You know what I mean? So it's
I have
like
a
we're
foldable
all-
table in the middle of the street and we're having a podcast.
We're all just trying our best, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. We're all here to support one another. That's all that matters at the end of the day. I identify as straight. I identify as she, her, but I know some other people in my family don't. And I respect that absolutely 100%. I'm here to support them, and that's why I'm here today.
Something stuck out to me while you were talking. You said it's important that people support you and they care about you and they listen to you. What does support and connection look like to you?
During anything, whether it's your sexuality and you're discovering who you are, or whether that's your mental health and you're discovering where you're at in your mental health.
Totally. I just mean like a more tangible example. Like, for example, if I was into you and I'm like, I want to connect with you, how can I make that happen?
I mean, honestly, it's just about
As a straight white woman and a straight white man, how can I, the straight white man, approach a straight white woman and make that connection?
I believe it's just starting like a conversation point, right? Like starting
Okay.
where your interests
We're there.
are and starting where like your beliefs are, and just starting from like A to Z and saying like, this is how I view the world, and if you don't, that's okay, but this is where I'm at.
That makes sense.
And it's not necessarily like you're expecting someone to align with what your thoughts and what your ideas are. You're just saying like, this is where I'm at. And if you don't meet that, that's not my issue.
So where are you at?
I'm at the sense where I understand everyone, and like, okay, that might not be me personally. I don't hold judgment. I don't hold hate. I don't hold discrimination against anyone. My family and my friends are like that, and I've been surrounded by that from the beginning.
Well, that's interesting. So growing up, you were kind of surrounded by discrimination and being judged, but you personally wanted to change that.
Absolutely.
Why
I
is
wanted
that?
To change the narrative, because I don't feel like they deserve that. I don't feel like anyone, doesn't matter what your background is, doesn't matter what your preference is, nobody under the sun deserves hate and discrimination.
What about pedophiles and rapists?
Okay, well, that is a different situation.
They're nobodies.
They are definitely seeking out the wrong demographic.
That's one way to put it.
But again, I am not here to say, why are you the way that you are?
Okay.
I'm here to say, I understand that everyone is different. And I understand if certain people have different hardships than other people. It matters about how you choose to carry yourself at the end of the day. If you choose to be proud of who you are, that's all that matters.
Even if I'm a pedophile rapist?
I mean,
A proud one at that.
by all means, do what suits best for you, but a lot of people are gonna have a different stand on that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't agree with that. I'm not gonna sit there and pretend like I do agree with that. I'm not here to fight anyone on their viewpoints, on their ideologies, on their sexuality. I'm here to say I understand, I'm open, and I'm accepting.
I like the point of view. There's a part of me, just a small part of me, that's wondering if you're being PC. Are you afraid to share your true thoughts, or is this genuinely how you feel?
This is genuinely how I feel.
That's awesome.
On a day-to-day basis.
You seem like such a good person to be around. Like, I'm going to take down your information and just text you on a daily basis and be like, hey, I need my daily ring up.
I'm a hairstylist by trade.
Okay, my hair looks like shit, so I would love some hairstyling.
Why I say that, it doesn't matter what I do at the end of the day. It doesn't matter what anyone else does by the end of the day. I see everyone under the sun. I see young to old to X to Y. I see everyone under the sun. And I am accepting of everyone.
Do you mind if I ask how old you are?
I'm 21. I'm turning 22 in December.
I wonder if it's an age thing.
I'm not entirely sure.
Because there's a pure part of my soul that is like you. I feel like I started optimistic. I started happy. I loved...
Sorry.
Yeah, I was saying I was like that. Super optimistic. I'm pretty sure that part of my soul has carried me to where I am today.
Absolutely.
But I would be ignorant if I said that there isn't a part of me that is jaded. Like, I have a darkness in me. I have hate in me.
Everyone has a darkness to them. I mean, like me personally, it's more self-hatred. That's my darkness.
Why? You're such a nice person.
That's exactly it. It's me being fully accepting of other people and me being really hard on myself. And this is where I'm going to get emotional in this podcast. And I appreciate that. I mean, like, it's really hard because you don't want anyone to feel the way that you feel. And you just appreciate the support and what everyone else has to offer, you know what I mean? Because it's like, I never want anyone to feel the way I feel, and I just want to be able to be that support and be able to be their rock that they need to be. But,
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make you cry, oh my God.
Okay, it's just, it's emotional because, like, I have depression and anxiety, and it's very hard because it's like you don't want anyone to feel that way. Like, you wouldn't wish that upon your worst enemy. Being like with your family and your friends and your people who are supportive, like, that's why I'm here today. I'm here to support my family, and I'm here to support the people that care about me, and I care about them, and that's ultimately why I'm here today, because I don't think I ever would have made my way out here just by myself on my own, but because my family, who is a part of the LGBT plus community, wanted me to come out here, I definitely came out here. And it's hard because you just don't want anyone to feel the way that you felt, you know?
Totally. I know that feeling to a T. So I started my own business. It's called Player 2. I think everyone in life is playing their own game, and you need a player 2 to get to the next level. So I very much resonate with your state of mind. I have always put other people before myself. Especially when you see somebody else succeed, you're like, oh, I could take the bullet as long as you walk for me.
Absolutely, and it's like seeing you live your best life and seeing you be happy and seeing you succeed is what makes me happy. It's what makes me want to push forward and strive through and all the above. It's so important to stay true to yourself and love the family that does truly support you as well, because you can definitely tell when people are just like, yeah, okay, whatever, right? Versus the people that are like, no, I want to be there, I want to give my 100% all to it and all the above.
Thank you so much for your time. Would you do me the honors and sign the table?
Absolutely,
Okay.
I appreciate
That's
everything
awesome.
that I've been able to talk to you about as well. I have a Sharpie marker.
Oh, you have a Sharpie?
Yeah, I do.
She came prepared.
Don't stop what you're doing as well. It doesn't matter. Fuck what other people think of you. All that matters is your own happiness, and then honestly, don't give a shit about other people's opinions. You know what I mean?
I love that. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of Pride.
Thank you. You as well. Thank you so much. Thank you. Can I have a hug?
Yeah, of
Thank
course. Have a good day.
Have a great day.
You too. Guys, what a great start to the podcast. We're here in the middle of downtown on Wellesley. Behind me is Church Street, where the Pride Parade happens, and it's banging right now. I gotta say, we already had our first guest before I even started the intro. I couldn't even get started because they were so excited to sit down. I feel like Pride is just filled with good vibes. Everybody here is accepting. Everybody here wants to support each other. And that's just beautiful energy to be surrounded by. So I'm excited to see who's going to be our next guest. Would you girls like to have a seat on my podcast? Really?
Yeah.
Why not? All right. Would you like to have a seat on my podcast? Why not? Come on. You're late. How you doing? Would you like to have a seat? All right, no problem. Enjoy. Would one of you like to have a seat on my podcast? Why not? Oh, I would love for you to have a seat. What's your name?
Temenushka.
Tamanushka.
Temenushka.
What's your background?
Bulgaria.
Bulgarian. I'm Serbian.
Kako si bre?
Pa ja sam dobro. Kako si ti?
Ja sam mnogo dobro.
What brought you to Pride?
I've been working here 5 years at the corner on the hot dog stand.
Okay.
And 2 years prior to that, I've been working as a waitress and manager in a shawarma place. I love this place. I love this neighborhood. Half of them I know, the other half know me. I'm that famous.
I believe it.
Yes, I'm a Gemini, born June 15, just a few days ago.
Oh, a few days ago. Happy birthday.
Thank you. And I just turned 64.
Congratulations. 64 years young.
Yes. And I going back home for good.
For good. When are you leaving?
As soon as my passport is ready, because I'm waiting already 9 weeks for Immigration Canada to issue me a replacement because somebody stole my purse with everything in it.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
They're very smart and professional.
Yeah.
A nice dressed lady talked to me and asked me about directions, and I talked with her, and somebody in that time grabs my purse, and I saw him in a nice car, drove away.
Wow.
They're not poor.
No, they're
These people,
not.
They're rich
And they're smart.
and smart, and that's their way of making a good living, scamming other people
Totally.
and stealing and whatever.
So I have two more questions for you. One, I want to know what made you decide to go back home?
First of all, I'm getting younger.
Of course, we all are.
No, I would love to spend my retiring years back home because everybody loves their homeland. And my children are there, and my grandchildren are there. And I want to tell you very briefly what my 5 years old Martina, and she says, Grandma, please don't tell me you're old, because you're not old. You're very young. And you know, actually, Grandma, you're just grown-up girl. Isn't that sweetest thing?
She's so smart.
Like a grandma.
My last question for you is what does pride mean to you?
Pride means diversity,
Okay.
should be acceptable. Everybody is equal. Everybody has the choice to choose how to live their life. For me, no color, no gender, no race. Only what kind of person you are.
I love that. That's a little bit different than back home. Where did you adopt this mentality?
Back home, because I was working as a young mom with 2 children and father always absent and no money. And I had to work to raise the children, right?
Classic. But you did a great job.
I did. Now my son is 45, my daughter is 43,
Amazing.
and I have 2 children, 2 grandchildren from each of them. I was working as a waitress, and I had a couple of gay colleagues, and I never minded back then, never minded now. And you know, I think it's personality, who I am inside, because for me, I don't care.
I love that. And I'm so grateful that I got to meet you today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy your trip back home.
I will, and I'm enjoying yesterday and today, and every year I've been here for the last 20 years.
We hope to see you again.
Yes.
I hope you come back.
I'll come back, but not like every...
Not to live.
Not to live. But maybe once every couple of years I'll come to visit Pride, and I have a couple of very good friends.
Amazing. Well, we welcome you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And
Before you leave,
Yes.
I would love if you could sign the table.
Okay.
Thank you.
My name, right?
Yes. Whatever you want to. You can put a little message.
I will.
Nicole Haber, you're next. Thank you so much. Tamushka from Bulgaria and the world, be happy, joyous, and most importantly, be yourself. Beautiful. Thank you again. Come on in. Nicole Haber. I don't think I've ever seen you before.
That's a lie. Don't lie to the people.
Welcome back to the podcast. I think I want to try something interesting. I'm going to give you the mic, and then I'm going to get you a guest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I get to be. Oh fuck. Come on over. You're my first interviewee. What's your name?
My name's Keith.
Keith, nice to meet you. I'm Nicole Haber. Welcome to the 6 Feet Apart podcast. What are you doing out here today?
I'm here to be gay and take a bunch of pictures of people being really happy.
So if you don't mind my asking, what are your pronouns? What do you go by for your sexuality and everything?
So I go by he, they pronouns, and I'm pansexual.
I am also pan.
Fuck yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, so right now my shirt says #1 dude kisser.
You got some kisses on there?
No, honestly, that's just
You
my
should.
makeup.
You should get some kisses on there.
I would. And on the back.
Show the camera.
Yeah, I'm pan, pretty, and nefarious.
I love that. Oh my god.
I did that shit this morning. I realized I didn't have an outfit that was gay enough,
That's
so I needed
okay.
to make one.
Well,
You look great, by the way.
thank you.
I must say.
So I actually just performed at this stage right here.
Oh,
I'm a
shit.
singer-songwriter.
yeah.
He's wearing my shirt, and I was like, what, we're gonna get rid of the brand deal right now? So I had to go buy the gayest clothes that I could find. Yesterday we were in a fully mirrored outfit. It was wild. I will say, what's the craziest outfit you've seen?
Definitely Dicks Out has been dope. But if I must say, the furries know how to fucking get hype, dude. They're so sick.
I just walked by the parade. I got stuck in the traffic, and they were doing their little walkthrough.
It is so
And I was like, holy
They're
shit.
so cool. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, show
If I
me.
can show you, the coolest picture I took today.
We love the furries. Oh, we've got a crasher. We love.
that. So-
What's your handle so people can follow you for your photography?
Yeah, so I do photography stuff for fun. It's at Kerf Takes Photos, KERF Takes Photos. I just do it for fun. So I bought this camera after my first job in high school, and then I never used it again. So I'm back now. Can I take that? Take a picture of you guys? Oh, hell yeah.
I'll ask you just a couple more questions.
Oh, yeah.
Is this your first Pride, or have you gone before?
This is my second Pride. My first one was in I want to say 2019.
Way before pandemic.
Yeah, way before pandemic. She was very different before I even got this camera, so I was taking pictures on my phone and stuff. I've always tried to come back and, the vibe is so great.
Everybody's happy. Everybody's so nice. And I guess that leads into my last question very well. What would you say to anybody out there to represent Pride and queer community and everything?
Love everybody. You look great always, being gay and being who you are. Just love who you are because
Love whoever the fuck you want.
love who you are. However you want to do it, because no matter what, you're great. Months like this, there's a lot of things, people putting on pride flags for marketing and things like that for the month of June. The silver lining of that is we get a month to ourselves, man. It's just a good way to show love, and we need a little bit more than that.
Thank you so much, Keith.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure. We get people to sign the table if you'd like to sign the table before you go.
All right.
But that was awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your Pride.
Yeah, I drew a penis on the desk.
We love it. We love it. All the dicks.
Dicks out, baby.
Hi. Welcome.
I'm so sorry.
Making an entrance.
How are you?
Love it. Good. How are you?
I'm so good.
What's your name?
My name's Adam Edward Rose.
Oh, hello.
What's your name?
Nicole. Nice to meet you. Nicole Haber.
You were so beautiful.
Thank you. So are you?
Do you come here often?
I do. I actually just performed on that stage. Yeah.
That was you!
That was me.
Everyone follow, subscribe, download, preload on Spotify.
So what do you do?
Right now I'm just at a little cafe.
Love it.
I'll give you free drinks if you come.
We love.
Please.
What's the big dream in life? What do we want to do?
I just want to marry rich.
We love.
I want to marry rich and live in Ireland or something. Yeah.
Why Ireland?
I don't know. They're more sheep than people. I love people, but I like sheep more.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
So, what brings you to Pride today?
I actually just live around the corner. Me and the gays. Wake up. Come
Hello,
on.
gays. Come in. Say hi to the
Come.
camera real quick.
Hi everyone. These are my
Say hello,
besties.
gays.
Happy Pride.
Pride.
Yeah, we've been drunk for the past couple days,
We
and
love, we
we're here to
love.
slay
Yeah.
and hopefully survive till tomorrow.
What are your pronouns?
My pronouns are he, him.
And what do you go by sexuality-wise?
I'm really gay, but I love a woman.
We love that.
I
I
love
feel that.
a woman.
I love women physically, but I love men emotionally.
Oh.
So it's
Oh.
and I engaged to that handsome
Oh
gentleman.
my
right
God,
there.
I love him!
Yeah, that's my
I love
handsome
him.
Gentleman.
He gave me a little puff before I came
he's
on.
a sweetheart. Would you like to give out your handle, get people to follow
Yeah.
you?
My name is Adam Rose, so it's Adam_Rose_.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Easy. Anything else you want to tell the queer community this beautiful weekend?
Get tested.
Get tested. I believe in that. Thank you so much.
Come here. What do you say? Thank you. Thank you. Bye,
Have
guys.
a great one. Hi. Nicole Haber, nice to meet you. What's
I'm
your
Jose.
name? Jose.
Oh my
nice
God,
to meet
Nicole
you.
Haber, that's your full name.
Yeah.
I'm Jose Severo.
Oh, okay. See, I like to give full names. I'm a musician, so I like to
Musician?
just be like, I am.
That's my sister.
Hello, sister. So, What are we doing here today?
I'm walking around getting free stuff.
Is this your first Pride?
Second.
Oh, okay. I've got queen, he, him. What are you, sexuality, if
I'm
you don't
gay.
mind? You're gay? We love the men, we love them.
Thank you. I just put this because I was like,
You
we're all
are a queen,
queens.
you are a queen, we all are. What have you been doing in the parade? Have you been here all day, or are you
No,
gonna...
I came at 1 and I
Nice.
just walked around to get free stuff, smoke some weed.
We love.
And
What,
all of
what are you
that.
doing for the rest of the day?
Honestly, I'm gonna go home and then my phone dies, so that's what decides.
I love it, amazing. Tell me a little bit more about yourself. What do you do? What's exciting about
I'm
you?
a barista. I just got this new job, which is like really professional. So I have to do like foam art and all that, like be fancy for rich people. It's so fun.
Amazing. So how much do I have to pay for a coffee?
For coffee, it's actually really cheap. It's like $3.
Okay, that's not bad, that's not bad. What else would you like to tell the community today? What's a couple words of wisdom that you can tell the community?
I'm very wise, so I love everybody. That's it.
Yeah?
Be
What do you
beautiful.
think you should do? Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Well,
It was
thank
nice
you
to meet
so much.
you.
Thank you, Jose. Have a great one. Come on, you amazing. Hello, friends.
Say hi to your
Quickly,
mom.
all introduce yourselves, your names, your pronouns.
Okay, I'm Rafaela, she, her.
I'm Maria, she, her too. Isabella, she, her too.
Jose, he, him.
Luana, she, her.
Fernanda, she, her.
Hi, Brazil! Thank you guys so much. Have a great day. I feel like I have power. It's wild. I'll do like 2 more. Yeah. I'll take 2 more. Hello, hon. How are you today?
I'm so good. How are you?
I'm good. What's your name?
Lilac.
Amazing. What are your pronouns? What is your sexuality, if you don't mind?
She, they, pan.
I feel like nobody knew what pan was until more or less these last couple of years, and there's so many of us now.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
What was like the reason you were like, I am pan, this makes sense for me?
I feel like it was like when I hit high school, like I just saw a bunch of my friends and stuff, and I was like, oh my god, I like this person, but I don't know like their gender and stuff.
That awkward moment when you're like, wow, he's hot, that's a girl. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. And I'm like, and they're like, oh no, I'm actually non-binary. I'm like, oh, gender
Well,
fluid.
that's
I'm like,
amazing.
yeah.
It's amazing to have you be able to be open to that because I don't know about you, but everybody here is so nice and so wonderful.
so cute,
What has
yeah.
been your Pride experience so far?
I went to Pride last year and it was really, really, really fun. I went with my mom. She was supportive. I think a highlight would have been like going with my little peeps, like to take them because it's their first Pride. So I was like, oh, I'll take them, and like it was really, really, really like good that I could take them. Yeah.
What about this year? What has been the highlight?
I think just like being with them and like them experiencing it for the first time, and like it just like brought me like so much happiness and stuff. And definitely like a lot of people like signing my shirt. I guess.
What is the shirt? What, like just getting everybody to sign it that you see, or family, friends?
It's kind of like an interactive thing. So like I'm doing this for people who aren't out and people who want to be out and stuff. And like it's like a safe place, I guess.
Have you gone to any of the booths or anything? What have you done with the Pride? Love your dress, by the way. I'm just going to say that quickly. Jeez, that's wild. But what have you done? Have you seen any of the booths, gone to any of the shows?
We went to the Bud Light. It wasn't really cool, but the parade was so cute.
How was the parade for you today? What was your favorite passerby?
First Nations celebrating Pride and stuff because different cultures are not as open.
Well, do you know that the Indigenous stage is actually happening as well on the Garden stage at Church in Dundas? They're doing all Indigenous night from 6 to 10, if I'm not mistaken. So you'll have to check that out. Last question. If there's any final words that you can say to the Pride community, what would they be?
Be who you are and do not feel pressured to find out gender, because gender is just, it's a label. And like a lot of people like feel like pressured and stuff to find out these things and who you are. And even like just with sexuality, like it's like years and stuff to like process and stuff, and you don't have to be out like right away too.
I feel that. I came out as pansexual, gender fluid. Only last year was when I was like, this is what it is. And I was only doing the label for everybody else. Because for me, I was like, I don't care. I just love what I love when I want to love them.
Yes. 1,000%.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for
Would you like to
having me.
sign the table before you go? Because we're kind of doing the same thing as your shirt.
I would love to.
Thank you so much,
you so
Lilac.
much.
Have a good one, hon.
You too.
It was a pleasure. All right, who's my next victim? We got one, and she's wearing my shirt. This just in. You know me, I know you. So, but why don't you introduce yourself to the people?
I'm Becca.
I've been lucky. I've been given the rights to 6 Feet Apart podcast. Now this is my show. But I know you. You know me. You're wearing one of my merch t-shirts. I'm a musician. What was your favorite musical performer of the, not me, you're not allowed to say me, of Pride so far?
There was a lovely person that performed a few people before you, and I can't remember what
Was
their
that the
name
girl with the multicolored hair? Yeah. Oh, she was great. I don't know her name, but she was great. She was at the Garden stage, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, you're more than welcome to say Nicole. She was great. But
You said I wasn't allowed to say you.
I'm just kidding. So, what have we done throughout this Pride weekend? Gone to any of the booths, gone to any of the parades, gone to anything special?
Unfortunately, we missed the Dyke Parade because we were late. That's what I was really excited for. Other than that, we've been checking out booths. We found one that has some great crystals. I love my crystals. I found
What's your favorite crystal?
black onyx.
Why? I feel like this is a weird question, but I'm curious, genuinely.
It brings positivity. It changes the energies around you. And my cat is black and her name is Onyx.
We love that. True, true, true. Okay, so let me ask some questions, words of wisdom that you can give to the people.
Just love yourself no matter what people have to say around you. And at the end of the day, if somebody's opinion of you is not positive, their opinion is not valuable to you. If it's not something that's going to uplift you and enlighten you, and it's only going to bring you down, degrade you, belittle you, it's not worth having in your life.
100%. Okay, next question. What do you do to implement pride into your day-to-day life and share that positivity with everybody that surrounds you?
I just encourage shamelessness, confidence, just be you, be true. Everybody, at the end of the day, as much as we're vastly different, we are the same. We're all one.
I agree. And I saw you walking around without your shirt on. How did that feel? Because I feel like I'd be way too scared to do that.
It was so freeing. Walking through a crowd of people that are shoulder to shoulder and it just being so sweltering hot and being like, you know what, I'm in a place where this is going to be completely acceptable and completely loved and I'm going to get complimented for it. Hell yeah, let's go. Let's rip the shirt off. And it was great.
I'm only slightly offended because it was my shirt. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. When you were passing by people who were not wearing clothes, did you find that you were like, you know when people have nice cars, like both have Jeeps and you're like, nah, hey Jeep buddy, did you like look at the people and be like, we're naked together?
Oh yeah, nice cock, man.
Is there anything else that you would like to plug or say to the audience out there?
Listen to Nicole Haber on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you listen to your music. Check it out. I went to a show just over a year ago having no idea who she was, and here we are a year plus later. We're playing Pride, and how many shows have I missed in the last year?
Like maybe one? Yeah. Bare minimum.
A handful at most, so it's definitely worth it. Come out and check her out.
Thank you. Would you like to sign the table before you leave? Yeah. Am I doing okay at this? All right, thank you so much, my dear, and I'll see you at the stage later.
Oh, hell yeah.
We'll hang out. Let's go have some brewskis there, bud.
Yeah, let's
all right, thanks, Becca.
Nicole, thank you. Thank you. You're my first guest host.
I love it. I've never hosted.
Wow, we were blessed by the Nicole Haber. Okay, so we had the most amazing opportunity, guest hosted by Nicole Haber. I don't even know what questions she was asking. It's so loud here, I can barely hear myself think. But we're gonna get a few more guests here before we wrap it up. Would you like to have a seat? Come have a seat, come. It's waiting for you. What brings you to Pride?
My friends is my first official one. I've been out to close friends and some family for about 2-3 years now. I say bye to the family just to make it simpler, but Pan, obviously, by the face paint and the pin. But I'm having a good time. I spent a lot of good time with some friends. I saw Nicole Harver. She's a friend of a friend, and I got to introduce her a couple weeks ago, and nothing but nice things to say about everybody I've met here so far. Seen a lot of nudity, but under the context of it just being Pride, I've just desensitized to it. I'm all for it. It's fine. It's Pride. Have fun.
I forgot to ask your name. Sorry, what's your name?
Caleb.
Caleb, nice to meet you, Caleb. I've been seeing a lot of nudity too. How does that make you feel?
I think that's more for the nightlife kind of stuff when the kids aren't around, because there's been a few times where there's been full nudity. And I'm like, glad there's no kids around, and not even 5 seconds later, I'm like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, and we're not talking about kids like 12. I'm seeing like 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds at the height at these penises, and it's just weird.
Yeah, it's Pride. I'm all for it, but like people will say keep the kids out of it. No, you don't keep the kids out of it, but the nudity is just something that needs to be more for the adult time, like the nighttime stuff.
I agree, like maybe after 8 or 9 p.m., something like that.
That's honestly probably perfect, yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. Okay, I like Caleb. I feel like we can get along here.
The nightlife's fun and stuff too, obviously. Like I come to party on Church Street every now and again, but on the same hand, it's like, especially now, there are people waiting 5 hours, and it was blocks and blocks of waiting lines. And like, I love dancing at parties as much as the next guy. I'd rather go to a stage show. Nicole saw me dancing at her show. I did a fucking flip.
Whoa! Would you do a flip for us now?
Okay, yeah. It's more of a roundabout, but I'll give it a go.
Yeah. Whoa! Let's go! That was awesome. Okay, so I want to ask you something. You said that you came out to your parents as bi, but you're gay. Pan. Okay, sorry, my bad. You're pan. Why don't you want to come out as pan to your parents?
It's just more easier. The pan and bi go hand in hand, and they're not as educated on the subject, so they just keep it at that. I love who I love, and it doesn't matter to them. But like when it comes to my friends, I'll be a little bit extra flamboyant because it's just I'm more comfortable with them, right? Because there's some things you're way more open to do in front of friends and like close friends as opposed to in front of your family, right?
Unless you're like me, I'm the opposite. I'm like, well, actually, no, I'm not the opposite. I'm down to do whatever in front of anybody. I just don't care. I'm myself.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I like to think I'm pretty authentic, but you know, the way I am, I'm situational behavior kind of thing, where it's just like I behave certain ways to certain people.
So my understanding of pansexual is that you're into anything.
Yeah, anything, anyone. Quote Eminem, I'll fuck anything that walks. Within the boundaries of consent, don't get it twisted. Within the laws of consent, don't get it twisted.
Okay, I love that. How do you accept that? So like you'd fuck me.
Yeah.
And you'd fuck him or them, I guess, or this USA guy?
Yeah. I see it as a Martin Luther King philosophy where it's like I don't judge based on stuff like that. It's character.
But like you can get it up?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'll keep it up.
See, I identify as like a demisexual. If I don't have any sort of connection to you, I don't give a fuck. Like my penis will like invert. It'll just like run away from you. You know what I mean? So for me, like the more people come on to me that I'm not emotionally connected to, I like start to revolt them.
Yeah.
I'm very curious to understand what it's like to live a life because it sounds better to be a pansexual than like a demi. And I'm not trying to say what's better or worse, but I mean like you live in a world of abundance. You've just got like, it's like a la carte. And I'm like out there looking for the one and you're like, nah man, they're all the one.
My sexuality is like kind of like the idea of pride. It's just I love everyone. I'm a people person. I'm very sociable. I'm pretty flirtatious, but on the same hand, I know like what to say, how not to say, especially since coming out, I've become a lot more social and accepting of myself and around others. So it's been a lot easier to make friends and meet people. And obviously, like, I'm still pretty young. I'm 19, 20 in August. But I love meeting people. I love people. I'm indifferent to it all. I'm always down to meet new and friendly people.
That's awesome. Caleb, where can people find you?
Instagram, Caleb versus the world. Caleb, C-A-L-E-B. Versus VS DAWORLD, Caleb versus the world, Scott Pilgrim reference, because Scott Pilgrim is queer as shit.
That's awesome, man. Thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciated your time, and thank you for the flip.
Yeah, of course.
All right, I've got your next person already.
Let's go. Come on, have a seat. What's your name?
My name is Sierra.
Nice to meet you, Sierra. Give me just 1 second, Sierra. Caleb, before you leave, if you could sign the table, I would love that. What brings you to Pride?
What brings me to Pride is that I'm an ally. I love my friends. They're all a part of the LGBT. They're the best.
Hashtag ally.
Like, why wouldn't I support them?
Why not? The energy here is amazing. I feel like there's so many events in Toronto that get packed, and there's always something that happens. There's always some craziness, some negative energy. Today, I felt nothing but
negative.
good vibes.
All good vibes, and you can only have good vibes when you're around the gays, okay? Only good vibes.
Is that true?
Good vibes. Absolutely.
I have one experience in high school where it was the opposite of that, actually. Okay. I was discriminated by the gays.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I went to an art school. I asked questions intrusively. I've always been curious. Mm-hmm. And I had a very flamboyant boy in my class in like grade 10 art.
Okay.
And I asked the question to one of the classmates across from me, and I was just like, why are gay people so gay? Obviously, my vocabulary wasn't sound. I was in grade 10, yeah. For the rest of my high school career, everyone thought I was homophobic.
Oh, no. That's not good.
And it wasn't. It sucked because I was genuinely curious. I'm like, where does flamboyancy come from? If I want to have a penis in my asshole, I don't know if that's going to make me be like, oh my God, and you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I just didn't understand where that came from at the time. And I was genuinely curious. But sometimes curiosity gets you killed or burned or hated or discriminated against.
And I mean, it's not really your fault because it's always the stereotype, right? It's kind of like me being black. People get the stereotype that
You're black?
Yes, I am black.
I don't see...
Bitch. No, but you know what I mean? They're like, oh, you steal, all you eat is fried chicken and watermelon.
But those are so good. Like, come on. Honestly. Fried chicken and watermelon? Who the fuck doesn't eat fried chicken and watermelon?
I love watermelon.
Okay.
I can eat the whole watermelon. So
Me too. Slay.
Exactly. Slay. Like, it's good. But no, I know what you mean. It sucks that, unfortunately, like, when you are curious, like, it can come off in the wrong light. But, like, I mean, I guess if you have to fight for your life every single day, you're always going to be defensive, right? But, I mean, I don't even blame them for it because it's kind of like the same thing for me. Like, if I feel like I'm in an environment where, you know, the vibes are kind of off with black people, like, you just kind of feel like you're always on the defense. So I really don't blame them for it. It sucks that you got bullied for it.
I know what that's like. I grew up poor, so I have that same thing around rich people sometimes where I'm like, I'm just not supposed to be here.
No, I know, same. I grew up, my mom's single parent, so, you know, she did the best that she could. Love her to pieces. But yeah.
Thank you, Sierra's mom.
Thank you, Mom.
We appreciate you. I would not have the opportunity to have such a wonderful conversation with such a soul if it wasn't for you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let me ask you a question. There's been a lot of nudity.
Yes.
We've been seeing penises fly left and right, some vaginas flapping.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on exposing genitals, even in like the daytime when there are children around and stuff like that? Does that make you uncomfortable at all, or are you kind of like, whatever, it's pride, do your thing?
I am of the opinion that, you know, nudity is like just normal. You know, everybody has some kind of bits, and it's not really my business to sexualize other people's bits. Kids are gonna know that people have bits, and I don't really have an opinion on it, honestly. I keep seeing, you know, people's penises. I've seen some tits, and I'm like, okay, work. But like, I can understand why some people would be uncomfortable with their kids seeing it because, you know, kids aren't consenting to it.
I feel like it's just because it's at their level. It's like at the eye level. That's why I think it's weird. Also, I know what it was like being a kid for me. I'm probably a little neurodivergent or something, but like I was extremely curious. So I'm just asking questions. And man is walking around with little micro penis. I'm gonna be started asking questions.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm asking questions today.
Yes,
and I'm 27.
Yep.
So like, if I was 6, I wouldn't even know what the hell's going on.
Honestly, at the end of the day, parents, when they bring their kids to these events and they understand that there is nudity involved, I feel like it's also up to the parents to just have that conversation with the kids. Be like, you know what? This is what we might see today. If you're uncomfortable, let me know. We can go elsewhere. I guess I'm just of the opinion that not everybody's bodies need to be sexualized.
Totally.
And I feel like people need to be more comfortable in just like the diversity of people's bodies, right? Because especially like when you do grow up around like the beauty norms of people having like very perfect bodies, I know I grew up thinking that my body was not what it should be just because, you know, I grew up plus size, I grew up with like saggier boobs. Like,
Baby, you beautiful.
oh, thank you so much. Thank you. But like, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of nuance and there's a lot of levels to it. My opinion is going to be different than other people's opinions, but like my stance on it is as long as the kids understand that if they can communicate with me that they are not comfortable, we can get up out of here.
I want to know, what was your home life like?
Hi, my name is Tom, and I'm really happy to be here.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Tom. We're happy you're here. Thank you.
You guys are great. I appreciate what you do.
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Cheers. I want to know, like, when you were growing up at home, it seems like you weren't sexually oppressed. Like, did your family kind of walk around naked? Were you guys normalized about that?
I had a naked mom.
Yeah, me too. And it was so fucking weird.
Tits were always out. Like, she was always naked.
I
Yeah.
think that's, like, not a Western thing. Where's your family from originally?
Well, my mom's from Germany.
That's why. It's the Eastern European shit. My mom was the same, just fucking naked. And then when I wanted friends over, she's like, this isn't a hotel. Your friends shouldn't come over just so you can be naked. You think I don't know, Mom? I know what you were doing. You didn't want my friends over and for me to have a social life because you wanted your tits out.
My sex ed growing up was my mom drawing a stick figure with tits and a vagina, and then a stick figure with a penis. And she was like, okay, Sierra, this is what, you know, traditionally women look like. This is a man, this is the penis, this is the vagina, like, this is what's happening. And I remember sitting there being like, holy fuck, Mom, like, what is this? But you want to know something? It was sexually liberating, let me tell you, because now I don't feel any type of way because it was introduced to me in a way that, like, I could understand, and now I can be more open and accepting. And, like, honestly, when I have kids, I want them to know that being educated in sex doesn't need to be frowned upon. It doesn't need to be stigmatized. Like, you need to know what's up in the world. Because
100%.
honestly, kids that grow up in a sexually repressed household, those are the kids that traditionally get in like really fucked up situations. I want my kids to be fully prepared to go out into the world and know that they are sexually okay.
100%. Would you rather teach your kids about sex or have somebody else teach them?
I think I would rather teach my kids about sex.
Sierra, where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram. It's 3 underscores and it's Jonesy. Maybe the O is an X. I don't really know. I can't remember, honestly. But that's where you can find me. You can also find me on TikTok _Jonesy as well there.
I would highly appreciate it if you signed the table.
Love
Sierra,
that.
You're the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. This is so much fun. Thank you.
Have a good one. Thank you. Yeah! What's your name, man?
My name's Shane.
Nice to meet you, Shane.
I'm gonna kiss you for good luck.
Thank you so much.
Apparently needs good luck for the interview. I'm going to ask you some tough questions.
It feels so good sitting down. I don't even care what you ask me at this point. Fire away.
What brings you to Pride today?
Being proud to be bisexual, and we can celebrate it and have our own little weekend and festivities. Today's been a good year. I've been in 3 times, and this is my favorite year for me.
What makes it your favorite year?
It's just a different vibe. I don't know, like with you performing, and just it's really good energy this year. I found like this year, among other years, have been very respectable.
I've been feeling the same thing. Like oddly good vibes only. And I'm just waiting for the shoe to drop, but like I don't feel like it's coming.
I'm on cloud 9. I'm just enjoying everything.
We've been seeing a lot of nudity. What are your thoughts on like the penises and the vaginas flapping around?
I can tell you right now, I got a tally, no vaginas, maybe 4 or 5 pairs of titties. Gosh, it leads up to 10 dicks at this point. From Friday to here, yeah, probably.
What are your thoughts on that? Like, do you think that it's okay and appropriate, even on Pride, to just be fully naked?
My opinion on that is do whatever you want to do, feel how you want to feel, dress how you want to dress. For people like myself who have children, I want to take them to events like this. I want to celebrate like with them, but I don't want to just be hanging out and like seeing someone's just genitals, tops, whatever, loud and proud, all for it. But when like a younger kid is exposed to kind of something like that for both or all sexes, have a day for a family, have a day for, 18 and over. I think you kind of have to draw that line sometimes for events like this.
I like that. I actually like that note. Somebody else suggested as well, like maybe there's a cutoff time at like 8 or 9 p.m. and then after that you can start like into the nightlife.
You can still celebrate everybody, but just, kids got to go to bed too, so they can't be staying out crazy times.
Exactly. I feel like I would be okay with it, but the thing that screws me over is the eye line. Children, they're just there, and you're seeing the world from that angle.
There's no getting away from it.
Yeah, it's weird. And I think that like in households where there are nudity, I find that it's typically the moms that are more nude, and the men, they cover up with boxers or whatever. So in the household, children aren't even exposed to their father's nudity. I'm confused because for me, I'm on one hand, I'm like, exposure therapy is good. We shouldn't make this like taboo or have a stigma with it. It's just a penis. You're born with it. It's your birthday suit. And then on the other hand, I'm like, children have this innocence and we got to protect this illusion for them.
It could shape you. It all depends on like how you grow up and how you take on the world.
So Shane, how do you identify?
Bisexual.
What gave you like the insight to like accepting that side of you?
I've always been straight for the longest time. Just kind of more recently, before dating Nicole, kind of had those feelings that I find guys attractive. My first gay experience, it was in a church. Not like a pastor or anything like that.
I feel like that's even cooler.
It was at my cousin's wedding. Reception was kind of in the building next to it, and then I had a couple of drinks. We were talking outside, and then we were like, let's go into the church, kind of like a big fuck you to the man upstairs.
That's awesome.
I've always been a little rebel. As much as I try to be a nice person, you kind of got to say, there's a couple things you just got to say, fuck you.
I wanted to ask you, so you and I are here in this spot specifically because we're close to the stage where Nicole Haber was performing. What's it like for you dating someone who really puts themselves out there in all the ways? Is that something that's been a struggle for you guys in your relationship, or is it something you've embraced and you really enjoy actually?
We balance each other out very well with the happiness and the stress in our life. And we're always there for each other no matter what. And that's how you want to be with someone for the rest of your life. When I'm at like a 25% day, she'll be at a 75% day to balance me out and vice versa. Believe it or not, there are people out there with more baggage than being a rock star. And she definitely has taken on that task as well in the best way I could ever ask for in a human being and in a partner.
This is my hunky piece of man meat. I didn't think I'd ever fall in love with a man, but here we are. I love you.
I love you.
Shane, where can people find you?
Shane.c92 Instagram. Look up Nicole Haber and you'll find me in like one of the pictures out of like 50.
Guys, Pride has been absolutely amazing. And I'm so glad that we got to co-host with Nicole. I'm glad that I got to shoot her event. I got to meet some incredible people. And I can't wait till the next time that we come back to downtown Toronto or wherever else we go to meet you. So if you're out there and you want to be a guest, you got to find the table. And when you see 6 Feet Apart, make sure to have a seat and have a conversation, because I'm sure there's something in you that needs to be shared with the world. Until next time, guys, I love you. Peace.
Boom.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see the full uncut versions of all of the episodes, you can always check them out on Patreon at 6 Feet Apart Podcast.
I hate it here.